Hi guys, welcome back to week 1 of my sport betting journey. It has been a really special week, especially with the coronavirus in mind, causing almost every league and every sport to cancel their games. But how I solved that, I'm gonna come back to later on in this video. Anyways, I'm gonna take you guys through all my hits and all my misses during this first week. But before I start, remember to subscribe to this channel and hit that ring bell button. So I started out with putting €1,000 into my sport market account and 300 into Le Vegas, 200 into Betson and €100 into my Bet365 account, which brings the total amount up to €1,600. But after a lot of trades, I actually ended up with losing almost everything in my sport market account while winning a lot on especially the Le Vegas account. So I actually had to deposit 250 more euros into my sport market account, which brings the total amount spent so far up to 1,850 euros. So the thing about match betting is that it isn't much work time, but more time just waiting for the bets to finish so you'll be able to place new bets again. During this last weekend, I tried to time myself to see how much time I actually spent on placing the different bets. You can see every bet that you placed on my bets, and you can see these are the active ones, which in this case is only the Betson one, and this is the cleared one. So I spent a total of 1 hour and 14 minutes on placing 43 bets over the whole weekend. So the positive from the week is definitely the total work time. And have in mind, I'm just getting into this and spent more time to place the bets than what an experienced match bettor would have done. But anyway, here you can see your profit and loss from every bet you placed. My biggest win from the weekend is the Michelin versus European. I don't know how to say that. Where I either would have ended up with a big loss or a big profit. So in this case I was lucky and ended up with a 24 euro profit. The negative from the week is definitely, for example, the NHL game with Philadelphia Flyers, where I had a big loss of almost 20 euros, and that's because I didn't check the odds thoroughly enough. So that's definitely the biggest negative from the week. And it's actually more of a rookie mistake that you, for example, don't check the maximum, for example, on this one, and if that's the odds, the max order is 2,000 euros. So and the minimum is 2 euros. So in many cases, I didn't check the max order. So after I placed the bet on, for example, Leo Vegas, then I placed a bet on the sport market one, and then I couldn't place the entire bet that I was supposed to do. So I had to place another bet which are lower odds. So that's definitely the biggest negative from the week. So as you can see, I have cleared both the Bet365 and the Leo Vegas bonus, which gives me an extra 400 euros, and I'm currently working on the Betson bonus. To find bets, you just simply place find bets, and because of the coronavirus, there's only one bet available at the moment. But my tactic during these corona days is that I have staked much higher than I normally do, and on many more games such as Turkish League, Russian League. I have placed on Australian A-League and Brazilian football. So I place bets on so much more, because when it's so few games, the bookmakers won't limit you as quick, because they need the revenue that they can get. So they're gonna allow players to stake high on leagues that they normally don't play on. So that's how I solve match betting during these days. In the start, I also placed a lot of bets on, for example, 2 in odds or even lower than that. And I think that's the reason I lost so much on the sport market account and had to deposit more. So after I made those mistakes, I changed the settings, and I just added a higher minimum odds. So in this case, I only have it on 2 because there's so few games at the moment, so I just have to place on whatever I can. But on the Lay Vegas and Bet365, I think I had 3 in minimum odds. So there's a higher probability of losing the bets on the soft bookmakers and winning on this sport market account. When I did that, I didn't have to deposit more money into sport market because I actually won a lot of the bets on that site. So that's good tips when turning over bonuses, is to have a higher minimum odds, for example 3 on the soft bookmakers. And if you end up losing everything in the soft bookmakers, that's good, because then they think you're a bad player, and the probability of them offering you bonuses is so much higher than if you win every bet on their site. The game I staked the highest on was the Tambov versus Sovetov Samara game, I think it's the Russian league, where I staked 300 euros on the sport market account and 170 euros on Betson. That's because I just have to stake high now, since the coronavirus is making every league and every game to be postponed or cancelled. So yeah, so that's why I've been staking so high on the Betson account. So that's my week 1 sport betting journey. So what's gonna happen in the next week? Honestly, I don't know. I'm not sure if the coronavirus is gonna cause the games that are currently playing, such as Turkish League and the Russian ice hockey, to cancel their games as well. All I know is that I will not deposit more money into my bookmakers, and I will not start a new bonus until I'm sure what's gonna happen in the near future. But remember guys, like this video, subscribe to our channel, wash your hands and cough in your elbow, and this is gonna work out just fine. Alright guys, stay tuned, I'll see you next week.